Hello everyone, I'm Matt Brisboy with the City of Newport Beach Fire Department, and I'm here at our annual Fire Service Open House Day. We hold this open house every Sunday, the very first Sunday in October, in conjunction with Fire Prevention Week. The event's open to the entire Newport Beach community, and from 11 to 2, you can come here to Fire Station number 7. We give fire station tours, we do a vehicle extrication demo, a live fire demo. We have a lot of stuff for the kids. I'm going to take you around today and show you everything. If you missed it this year, it'll be the first Sunday next year in 2020, and we hope to see you there. And thank you for joining us. I'm here with Newport Beach Fire Chief Jeff Boyles. And Chief Boyles, this is an annual event the fire department does here at Fire Station number 7. We do it the first Sunday in October, our Fire Service Day, our open house, and we do it in conjunction with Fire Prevention Week. And can you tell kind of the Newport Beach public what are some of the events and things they can expect here? And if they miss this year, they can certainly be here next year.
Sure. We have a lot of moving parts going on today, which are really exciting for us to present some of the organizational assets and skills and people and things that we do here with the Newport Beach Fire Department. We're going to have live demonstrations on a fire engine and a crew putting out a house fire. We're going to have live demonstrations with our truck companies and some of our personnel cutting vehicles apart with what is commonly known as the jaws of life. We're going to have different displays where you can learn CPR, you can learn about our lifeguards and the personal watercraft they use. You can look in our paramedic ambulances and learn about the different equipment and the gurney systems and the transport systems. We have live tours. We have firefighters taking you around the fire stations today where you can see the inside of a fire station and some of the things that go on inside the stations and how we live and how we train. I'm just looking around here. That's what I'm doing. I know as far as the kids, we have bouncy houses, we have face painters, so we have a lot of good stuff going on. You can come and learn. You can come have a good time. Come meet the firefighters. Come meet the lifeguards, and it's a joy for us really just to put it on every year.
And it really is like our one-stop shop. We try to invite the public in and do everything that we really feel is important in the fire and lifeguard service to educate the public about some of the most important things that we do. And I know for you, Chief Boyles, our hands-only CPR, our CPR outreach is one of the really most important things, and we've added that this year. We have a full station on hands-only CPR. Can you kind of elaborate to the public why that's so important to the fire department and you in particular, and really made that your campaign here in Newport Beach?
Sure. I don't know if I'd call it a campaign so much, but as it is definitely a message that I've been trying to send to the public as well as our own firefighters and our community, that our CERT team and our firefighters and our lifeguards have been teaching hands-only CPR, and that really is, studies show over and over again that the bystander CPR is really the link, it's the bridge, if you will, to increasing survivability rates. So when you have a loved one have a cardiac event, you call 911, it'll take us 4, 5, or 6 minutes to arrive on scene, which by national standards is phenomenal, but the body still is lacking oxygen in that entire time. So if you could do some bystander CPR to bridge that gap, it really increases the survivability rate. And we have a lot of studies here that are showing that residents here in Newport Beach really are starting to do that, and it's showing in our cardiac success.
Right. I'm here with Lifeguard Captain John Mitchell, and Captain Mitchell, you've been at this event a number of years, and I know educating the public is really, really important to you. Can you talk about what some of the things our lifeguards do, and most importantly, what the public can be aware of when they come to any of our 7.7 miles of beaches here in Newport Beach?
Sure. Another beautiful day up here at Station 7, and it's nice to be included. We just have a couple static displays going on today, but our main thing we try to convey is it's rip currents, and we actually have one of the signs right behind us today up here. And the big thing, hey, if there's lifeguards on duty, go ahead and swim near them. They'll give you some pointers and tips, and they'll be watching you if you go out in the water. But if you do get caught in a rip current, just be patient, swim parallel to shore, and then make your way back in when the current slows down a little bit and releases, and you can make your way back in. Number one cause of most drownings at most of the beaches, not only in California but around the world. So that's probably one of the biggest pointers I could give you. And the other one is have fun. When you get to the beach, enjoy it. It's a great place to spend the day.
Newport Beach Fire Captain Dan Chapman, and Captain Chapman is the one responsible for putting on this event each year. And Captain Chapman, it's got to be a big relief to get here and actually hosting the event. And I know we do this every year in October. Can you tell the public about some of the things going on and why this is just a special event for our department?
Yeah, definitely, Matt. We put this event on, and it's been fantastic to get to this point where we are now. It's great to have the event and see the families and everything come to fruition. There's so much support from fire administration and our partners within the fire department with the CERT team, our lifeguards. We couldn't do this without everybody's help. And so to actually bring everybody together and make it happen this first week in October in conjunction with Fire Prevention Week, it's just real special for all of us firefighters to be able to show the community what we do. We enjoy having all our families out here and meet our customers that we work with every single day. So it's an honor for us to be here.
Great, and we get such great support from the community. This is really our chance to give back, open up the fire station, let everyone see what's going on, and come by and really enjoy the day and things. So if you missed it this year, do not fear. We'll be here next year, the first Sunday in October from 11 to 2 here at Fire Station 7. All right, everyone, I'm here with Newport Beach Fire Captain Chad Spiker, and Captain Spiker is one of our truck company captains. And Captain Spiker, I know you've been really involved with planning this event, getting everything together. We have two of our trucks out here today. Can you explain why the truck is so unique and really what we use it for here in Newport Beach?
Absolutely, yeah. We have two trucks in the city of Newport Beach. We have one on the west side of the city and one on the east side of the city. And the truck is a special piece of apparatus. It has a bunch of different tools on it. We use it for all the technical rescue incidents we go on. We get to use it on our auto extrication incidents, which we're going to show today. The truck has a lot of stuff. It has a 100-foot aerial on it that we can use to ventilate a structure to a roof, or we can use to rescue people out of windows. It's very unique, has a lot of different things we can use it for.
And it's just a unique day today because we can open up our truck, show the public everything that we carry on it, let them get their hands on it and touch it and things like that.
Yeah, absolutely. The kids love it. It's something that you don't see every day. It's very impressive to look at. It's very long, obviously, and the kids love getting inside, taking a look at all the different tools we have on it.
Great. Well, thank you so much for being here. All right, everyone, I am here with our former mayor and Newport Beach Chamber of Commerce president, Steve Rozanski. And Steve, you come here every year, and I know this is a special station to you because you were the mayor that dedicated this station and really were integral in getting it built and the whole process and things. What do you have to say about today and everything that's going on?
Well, it's just great to be here. I mean, we built the fire station obviously to protect the community and provide a place for our firefighters and their equipment, but it's great to be able to invite the community in and let them have some fun. And you got the fire trucks, they got the paramedics, you got the lifeguards, you got a bounce house. My nephew's in the bounce house, he's jumping up and down, and huge smiles. So it's just nice that you bring the community in, and so it's not just a kind of a stagnant place for just one thing, but something that everybody in the community can enjoy.
Right, and we do this every year, the first Sunday in October. Really, it's a chance to invite the community in to see everything that we do and all the things our fire and lifeguard departments provide. So thank you so much.
It's definitely a Chamber of Commerce day here, and I'm glad everybody seems to be having a great time. I'm looking forward to having one of those hot dogs or over there on the grill, actually, that the Chamber Commodores donated years ago. Yeah.
Yes, in the fire department, we partner with you for a lot of events, and you really help us out hosting our fire and lifeguard annual appreciation breakfast, our dinner, and all the different events that you do. So thank you so much.
You're welcome. Pleasure.
I'm here with Newport Beach Lifeguard Chief Mike Halfide. And Chief Halfide, you've been involved with this event for the last 30 years of your career, and I know since we opened this station, it's been lifeguards play a really integral role here in really setting up all their booths and education and things. Can you talk about the event and some of the important things that lifeguards really want to educate the community here in Newport about?
Sure. So for lifeguards, we're part of the Fire Safety Day. We're part of the fire department. The goal for today is to infotain the public. We have a lot of the kids here, but with their parents here, give a little bit of a safety message, let them come and meet the firefighters and lifeguards who serve our community. And really, we're, as a lifeguard department, as the fire department, we're part of the community, and this is one of our ways to give back and just get to know our customers on a first-name basis.
Because we really pride ourselves in being a community-based fire department, community-based lifeguard department that are really here to interact, educate, and be a part of this community.
I remember coming here with my own kids. I have pictures of them on the fire engines and the lifeguard trucks. It really just creates memories, not only for me as a parent, but for them. They realize that the lifeguards, the firefighters, police officers are people they can go to for help. And with that familiarity, I think it really helps break down the barriers and allows us to deliver the best service possible to our community.
Thanks for coming out. We really appreciate it. Welcome once again. 2019 Public Safety Day and Open House. We appreciate you being here. We're going to get the day started now. We're going to start. Where are my pledge leaders? Those kids that I asked. Pledge leaders, come on up. We're going to start with the Pledge of Allegiance. The problem is I've misplaced the flag. Where'd the flag go? Oh my goodness, yes, there it is. How could I be so silly? All right. If you could remove your hats, place your right hand over your heart. Allegiance, ready, begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Perfect. Perfect. Big hand for our future firefighters and leaders of Newport Beach. Good job, guys. Next, I'd like to welcome our brand new, newly appointed Fire Chief, Jeff Boyles. A few words. Yes, give me a hand, folks.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for coming and joining us for another Public Safety Day out here at Fire Station 7. This is always fun for us to get a chance to interact with the public on a non-emergency level. I see that everybody's enjoying the bouncy house and the face painters, and hopefully you're getting a station tour. But here in about 9 minutes, we're going to do a vehicle extrication. So for those of you who have been here, you know what we do as far as cutting a car apart, but for those of you that have not been here before, this is a simulated car accident where we're going to have one of our truck companies over here come up and use what you may know to be as the jaws of life. It's they're tools that we use to cut the doors off and get you out of a vehicle if you're in a really, really bad traffic accident, and then our paramedics will take care of you as well. In about an hour after that, coming up on the 1:30 hour, we're going to have a live fire demonstration. So after we watch this demonstration, we're going to have our firefighters drink some water, rehab a little bit, and rest and get ready for this building over here that we're going to light on fire. And you get to see an actual fire demonstration all the way from the beginning of the fire starting to the dispatch to the fire engine ladder truck and paramedics showing up and putting it out. So we have our lifeguards over here. We have our CERT volunteers in there. What am I missing, Dave? Okay, and food over here. To my right, to your left. Enjoy. the rest of the afternoon. Put your sunscreen on if you haven't already, and thanks again for coming.
This is actually a fairly common accident that we go on, or actually a fairly common call that we go on, especially in the summertime. People say, well, you probably aren't very busy in Newport Beach. Well, the city has got 80,000 residents. We are a pretty popular summer vacation destination. That population can double during our summer months. So we have Coast Highway. We've got a lot of large main thoroughfares, think Jamboree or MacArthur. We also have the 73 freeway just in our city. So that can provide for a lot of accidents just like this. Here is our auto extrication.
Newport Engine 65, Newport Medic 63, respond to a traffic collision, potential entrapment at 20401 Southwest Acacia, District 4622 X-ray. All units on 1 Alpha.
Newport Engine 65 is on scene of a 2-vehicle TC. We looked at 1 patient. Newport Engine 65 is investigating.
Captain does a 360.
Engine 65, just at the truck company. We need for extrication.
So firefighter Lloyd Ellis has made patient contact. He's going to give us a report to the paramedic, what he has, as far as what the injuries are, how many patients, what we got. You couldn't really see that, but paramedic Joel Chidley used just a tiny little tool to smash that window. We can't break that with our arms or our elbows or anything like that, but this little pin tool will break that window real quick. So the paramedics will get into the back seat. We want to protect what we call C-spine, make sure that there are no neck injuries for this patient. A collar has already been placed. We break all the windows out. We don't want that glass breaking on the patient. We constantly will reassure you that everything's going to be okay. And you'll hear it, but just imagine being in this vehicle while these tools are running. Our truck company is here. It's basically the largest toolbox on the planet. And that will carry all of our extrication tools. You guys have heard of the Jaws of Life. Firefighter Nick Durakos right here is carrying that. We know them as spreaders. We also have a tool here that Captain Chad Spiker just set on the ground that are cutters. These things will remove this door real quick. So it looks like our paramedics are rendering aid. We've got an IV established. Looks like this was possibly a medical aid before the car crash. Maybe this person lost consciousness, blood pressure dropped, blood sugar dropped, caused this accident. It happens. We see it all the time. So they're going to try and do some treatments inside the vehicle before we extricate. Trunk company's getting set up. These tools are run off of obviously a power unit, but what's in these hoses is not air, it's liquid. And that liquid causes the power for our spreaders and our cutters. We also have a rotary saw that can help cut doors off. You imagine being in this car, we got some sparks flying. That's where our constant reassurance for this patient comes in. Everything will be all right, ma'am. Hang in there. We're gonna get you out. You're completely safe. It's just gonna be noisy, that's all it is. So right now, Nick Durakos pinched the top of that door. That pinch will pry that door open. Will allow him to what we call a bite. He'll be able to get the tips of those Jaws of Life or the spreaders into that door. Kind of takes some moving, but listen to that pin pop. He'll be able to get that door pop. And of course, it didn't pop. Perfect. But here are our cutters. He's going to be able to cut that door off right quick. He'll go right through those two hinges like a big pair of scissors, which will then open up this vehicle and allow us to get this patient out. and to the paramedics, who will then contact our base hospital. 90% of the time we're talking to Hoag Hospital here in Newport Beach. That's one of our base hospitals. We could also talk to Mission Hospital down in Mission Viejo. We also have Global Orange County. They're off of 4th Street in Santa Ana. But we'll talk to them, say what we have. We have got car traveling about 50 miles an hour, ran into another one. We've got low blood pressure. Patient did lose consciousness. May have a blood sugar issue as well. We'll also tell them what we've done. We've placed them in full spinal precautions. We've got them loaded to a green board, which is what Loda Ellis has here, just to protect that C-spine as well. So our IVs are started. We'll give medications if needed. It could be a cardiac issue. As soon as we get that door off. As you can see, some of this stuff takes some time, but in the grand scheme of things, it's actually pretty quick. It will remove a door. Now this dummy that they have, this guy actually weighs 200 pounds. This is real life for us. We train with this guy all the time. Looks like he might have a right leg injury too there. So people always ask us, when I call 911, why do I get all these apparatus? Why are you all here? Well, what do we have? 3, 6, 7, 8 guys for one patient? And look at this, this guy weighs 200 pounds. One person is not getting that person out by themselves. Everyone's got a job, everyone's got a responsibility. If you notice the red helmets, those are our captains. Their main job is ensuring our safety. Everyone else has got a specific job too. Either they're on a tool or they're on the patient. So now what we'll do, we will load this patient up into our ambulance. We'll continue to render care for this patient. Meds, IV, cardiac monitor. We're making contact with the base hospital. We're letting people know where we're going so family members can be contacted. It was one big team effort. That drill started at a little before 12:30. It is 12:34, so we were able to cut a door off, extricate a patient, start medical attention, and get Newport Medic 63 off scene. What do you think, guys? Pretty good? Yeah, I think they did a good job too.
We'd like to welcome you back if you've been here, and welcome you if you haven't been here from earlier in the day. I'd like to take this opportunity, I didn't do it earlier, to thank several people that put this on. Debbie Alcarez, I know she's around here somewhere, and our fire administration staff put a lot of effort into this. Dan Chapman is running the dispatch and all the displays you see here. David Shank, who's our MC, Keith Hedenberg and his family, all the lifeguards, thanks for showing up, our CERT team, our explorers, firefighters on and off duty. A lot of them are off duty today, volunteering their time. So thank you to everyone that helped put this on. With that, I'd be remiss if I didn't say thanks to the support that we get from our city as well, and I have Mayor Pro Tem Will O'Neill over here. I'd like to give you a couple of nice words on a nice afternoon.
So raise your hand if you've had a hot dog or a hamburger or a cheeseburger. You owe a round of applause to all of our firefighters cooking for you right now. So one of the most important things about the City Council is making sure we have public safety taken care of. We have police volunteers back there. We've got a lot of firefighters here. Make sure you go up and say thank you to each and every one you see, because they are taking care of you when you don't even think about them. And so that is one of the best things about today, is looking out and seeing all the kids. I brought mine, and you get to see a pretty fun demonstration right now of what they are capable of. So I just want to say thank you for being out here, and make sure you thank a firefighter.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem. Raise your hand if you were here for the vehicle extrication demonstration. Okay, so actually quite a few of you stayed. Now this next demonstration is going to be this building over here, and it's going to represent a structure fire. And Paramedic Shank here will take you through the dispatch and how that sounds, and the fire from the inception phase to the full burning stage to our fire engines showing up on scene and all the different things that they go through. So with that, I'm going to hand it back over to Paramedic Shank, our fabulous MC of the day, and he's going to walk us through the rest of the afternoon.
Thank you, Chief. Chief Boyles, everybody. Chief Boyles, newly appointed Fire Chief, Chief Boyles. All right, folks. Who's hot? Yeah. Who's ready to get hotter? I would not be surprised if the people here will feel heat from this building. There is a lot of what we call fire load in that, all right? Think of your own homes, furniture, a lot of new materials today, what our furniture is made of, carpets, walls, decorations. It's not like the old days where it was just wood and natural fabrics. A lot of compressed petroleum stuff, plastics, think IKEA. All right, that stuff will burn quick and it'll burn hot. So once again, you'll hear the fire dispatch. It will, on a reported structure fire, we will get 3 engines, a truck, a paramedic van, and a battalion chief on the initial dispatch. And those, I believe we have one and one, yes. So looks like we are good to go.
Team is starting the fire, so we're gonna let it build for several minutes. A real fire isn't recognized right away. It's gonna take somebody in the community with their eyes open to see this fire. We're gonna let it build and get to that point before that 911 call is placed, and then you'll hear a dispatch.
You'll notice our wind is traveling this direction. So watch what we have to deal with. And pretty quickly, we have moved into what's called free burning. All right? This is where things start to become really hot. You can start to see it through the glass. You'll hear pops and cracks. You notice the wood. There's a lot of glue in that wood holding it together. That's what I was talking about. It's starting to go. Look what we have to deal with. We've got fire now burning out the door, coming through the windows. Our wind is blowing our smoke, which is also going to blow heat towards that other structure. Looks like, yep, we're starting to get one window going. So like Dan Chapman mentioned, either fire alarms within the home, a bystander calling out a fire, calling 911, to notify the fire department that we do have an actual indeed fire. So right now, yeah, it looks like we're trying to get that thing going. It's tough for you guys to see over here. There we go. It's burning out that door pretty good. Right now, inside that structure, we're looking at about 1,000 degrees. Everything is on fire inside there. Smoke, material, it's all burning. Can you guys feel the heat? I can. Can you guys feel it?
Newport Engine 65, Newport Truck 62, Newport Medic 63, all units structure fire residential 20401 Southwest Acacia.
So there's our dispatch. Now this is real life. Just imagine we've got this fire. It had taken a while for someone to find it. Maybe the people weren't home. There's our actual tones right there, if you can hear it. So we have to run out to our engine, our truck, our ambulance. We have to get our turnouts on, all right? We have something called a 2-minute drill as we do as rookies and continue to work on throughout our career. We have to get everything on and ready to go within 2 minutes. Kids, do you think you could get ready for school in 2 minutes? Try it tomorrow morning. Your parents will be ecstatic. All right, so here we go. We are fully involved. We're at least 1,000 degrees inside that structure. We've got our gear on. We're rolling. I can hear the sirens coming up now. We'll see who's first on scene here. We got engine 65 with Captain Keith Hedenberg.
Newport Battalion 6 and all incoming units. Newport engine 65 is on scene of a one-story single-family residence. We have a working fire fully involved. Newport engine 65 is beginning transitional attack.
So he was letting everyone know what they have. We do have a working fire. That kind of lets everyone know like it's game time. Everyone's got a job here as well. You got engineer Aaron Brown there getting hose ready. She's gonna man that pump. I believe you got firefighter Lloyd Ellis on the other side. He'll be pulling hose. These people that are already on the ground, these firemen that are on the ground, they're making sure we don't catch anything else on fire. But that's an actual position also on the fire ground, structure protection. A lot of responsibility during a working fire. So Aaron and Lloyd, it's what we call a hose pull right there. They just talked about how we're gonna do this. Look how perfect that is. Hose perfectly stretched, no kinks. Lloyd Ellis just called for water. Look at how fast that was. Now he's going to mask up. Aaron's gonna give him some water. Captain Keith Hedenberg will back him up. We'll pull hose for him as Lloyd Ellis will advance towards the structure. Here comes that water. You can see it moving through the hose. It'll pop. He's ready to go. Checks his pattern, make sure he has water, and advance towards the fire. As you look, that thing was going pretty good. He's got about 10 seconds worth of water on there, and it's almost out. It's pretty amazing. As fire hits it, it'll evaporate. The evaporated water vapor helps extinguish. The hose line water obviously will help it extinguish. We can shut doors, cut down oxygen. That will help it extinguish. But our job's not done yet. Yes, give it for him. There you go. Like I say, our job's not done yet. You can see water going through the roof there. We got to make sure there isn't something called extension. It can get up into the attic space. It can get into the walls. Imagine if this was your own home, heaven forbid. We've got a fire out here. We have to make sure we will check every square inch of that home through what we call a thermal imaging camera.
Can you translate that for us? Can you translate that SCBA talk for us? I don't think anybody understood that.
Captain Keith Hedenberg was basically giving you a report on conditions. He's letting everyone else know outside the fire what he has. They've made it to the fire, where it is at, how they're doing, what their progress is, and if he then needs any needs. Looks like he probably said that fire is extinguished. We found the fire. Fire is extinguished. Like I say, now our job's not done. We need to make sure that there's no more fire left in this house. It can be in the attic space. It can be in the walls. And we just won't see it. Does anyone else see any fire there? So the firemen. And that's what I'm talking about. You think it's out, but it might not be. So we'll pull all the walls off that we need to. We can get up into that attic space. We can cut holes. We will ventilate. Jobs of the truck with chainsaws. It's all kind of it's a unified effort. We work as a team. And I know it's tough to understand Keith Hedenberg, but we'll be talking to one another, and he'll let us know, hey, I need more ventilation. I need a hole cut in the roof. They need something called horizontal ventilation. We'll open side doors and bring fans in. That will clear smoke out. They'll improve the air inside. What'd you guys think? Pretty good? Let them hear it, guys. Did we have fun? Yes.
Let's hear it for Dave Shank, our MC of the day. This guy right here. Let's hear it for him. We're still going to do some station tours. Give us a moment to get back in place in there. But we're going to be open for about another half hour or so till 2 o'clock. So get yourself a burger, a hot dog, some chips, and enjoy the rest of the day with us. Thank you so much for coming.